Patriots, baby.
The Inky Man,
And he's on the door. And he's on the door.
It is real.
And he's on the door. And he's on the door.
Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
Spent many years underground. What? Now people surround with the sounds in the atmosphere. Anywhere throughout the tri-state, yo, fall with niggas. Kitty lands around the mind, got the shit. That's why I spent many years underground. And now people surround with the sounds in the atmosphere. Anywhere throughout the tri-state, yo, fall with niggas. Kitty lands around the mind, got the shit. My name is Rollo Mott, the rapper track evangelist. Unless you whips and joints to put faith.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's to you early. As you can tell, my voice has changed a whole lot, which is why I'm wearing this hat. Back in the days, we used to call this a Russian ass hat. I've actually been fighting the cold for a good little bit. And you know, it's crazy because, and then we're going to get into addressing comments. Yeah. We're going to get into that after I say this. You know, it's crazy that COVID has taken over the way that it has, and COVID is now just the new cold. It's the new flu. You know what I mean? Now that Omicron is out, or if hopefully I'm saying that right. Actually, I don't care if I'm saying that right, to be honest with you. Omicron being this new variant, and now there's a splinter that I just seen earlier today as a headline, that there's a splinter coming off Omicron. It's at the point where as soon as you get sick from anything, it can be considered COVID. You know, excuse me on that one. So it's at the point now where anything that happens with your stomach ache or anything, but if it's cough involved, there's a sneeze involved, it becomes COVID. Actually, this is where I was going with that point. So this one job I have actually asks you when you clock in if you have a sore throat, do you have a cough, what is the temperature that you're at when you come in, and are you actually, I'm going to actually say this, the order. You clock in, it asks you your temperature, and you have to go by faith to tell it the temperature. Then it asks you have a sore throat, do you have a cough, and is your temperature over 100.4, something like that. And then it allows you to clock in. And that thing is so serious that I had pressed the wrong button at one point. I thought I said yes when I should have said no. And it actually said, talk to the management, but still clock me in. This is where the world is right now, okay? And here we are embarking in a whole nother year of just more foolishness. You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, just like I'm doing right now with this cough and all of that stuff, push on. That's the point I'm trying to prove with what I'm saying right now. So right now we are going to address some comments. Yeah. Sorry I couldn't do that dance because I'm just not there right now. But let's get into it. one. And as far as participating, you know what we got planned. So yes, that'll do. And I'll address the 7 universal laws in a second. So, but what I like about this comment is this person understands that you don't have to just deal with certain things. You don't have to struggle. You know what I mean? If you know that there's a way that you can better your life, make the moves. Don't wait for some big presentation, some big turnover, a lottery, a raise. Make moves to make those things happen. And that is now what I'm understanding is what people want to hear me talk about, is things like that, motivating you to think like that, which is why I'm doing the 7 universal laws, because they point out how everybody has the ability to do that, whether it's a person that is quote unquote homeless, a bum on the street, to the most wealthiest person. Everybody has the same amount of time on the planet. I mean, everybody has the same amount of time in the course of a day, which time being your most valuable asset. If you make good use of your time, you should have a good life. But if you're comparing your life, say, as a bum, trying to be a wealthy person, and you're in a constant struggle of, I wish I was this person, but you're making no moves, that makes no sense. So congratulations to you for making the moves. And yes, let's bring this into 2022. And you've made the list. Let's go to the next one. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And yes, you will be on the See and Hear More list in 2022. The reason I'm calling it a list is because of you guys. I really don't have a list. Let me address this really quick. I know that a few shows ago, I said something about making moves and cutting people out of your life and only dealing with certain people. There is no way in hell am I going to cut off people who support me. I just want that to be said as you are noticing these lists. I like the fact that you guys support me the way that you do, but there's no, how much sense does it make for me to do a show where I need people to, and I'm not getting at you per se, I'm not getting at you that said this comment, but how much sense does it make for me to need people to watch my show and I just shit on all of you? It doesn't make any sense, you know. So again, I'm only saying you're on the list because I'm just saying that. Now I do have a list of people that I consistently let know that I'm doing the show, in the case of Facebook, because unless you follow me or you're watching my stuff every day, you don't know. YouTube, you can subscribe to me on there and you can catch my shows and it be alerted. But without that function happening, I have to tag certain people because I know that they're interested. So that's an actual list that I do have. But just for you guys to know, I'm not cutting you off. To make a quick, brief explanation. In order to make moves, you have to be around people who are making moves. You are the sum of the 5 people that you hang with, okay? You are a product of the 5 people you hang with. So if I'm trying to make moves and I'm trying to do things, then I have to be around people who are trying to do those things. Let me point this out since we're about to go into the new year. I've always said, or I've said off and on throughout the show, that I'm trying to retire at 50. I want to retire at 50. Maybe work for myself, but completely retire where I own a business, or I'm investing in stuff and I just go to the mailbox, getting that mailbox money, as Nipsey Hussle says. So, in order for me to do that, I have to be around people who do that. I have to be the dumbest person in the room. That's my goal. So, if you're someone that I know who's about what I'm about, let's go on to the next comment. Thank you, by the way. know what? See, typically when I do this editing, I do it on the fly. So sometimes I discover things after the fact, but it also adds some serendipitous flavor to the show. If you don't know what serendipity is, look it up. So anyway, that's what adds a little bit of flavor to the show. I'm having a conversation with you, and this is as live as it's going to get at the most part. Who knows next year? But right now it's as live as it's going to get. So I'm saying that to say I probably should have went on that tirade that I just went on this one. Because this comment and this person in particular holds a very, very, very big place in the universe that is known as Inky Mann. This person has supported damn near everything that I've done. He has supported stuff that you guys are now starting to support years ago. So to make this comment, I'm just hoping that you're joking. I'm really hoping you're joking, because there is no reason for that to be a serious comment at all. On to the next one. I want you to see my face saying what I said in that comment. Thanks, my brother. Thank you. This is a person that we go back and forth, real gritty and grimy and slimy on each other when it comes down to football. But when it comes down to being serious, these are the kind of things that I get from him. So it's not so much that people don't acknowledge or realize we're all connected or don't give a damn. It's that we're conditioned that way. When you're watching TV, and a black man attacks a white man, and then 2 days later a black man attacks a white man, and 2 days later a black man attacks a white man, then 2 days later a group of white men attack one black man. 2 days later, same thing. 3 days later, same thing. Then a week from that, NAACP comes in. Minister Farrakhan comes in. Al Sharpton comes in. David Duke comes in. Trump comes in. All these people who are people that you are watching making comments. The thing to be acknowledged is this. The things that we're seeing there's nothing new under the sun. These attacks and things like that have been happening and are happening as I'm talking. Even those same things, with black man attacking a white man attacking a black man, and other races. Please understand, I'm not excluding anybody. But when you're seeing that and you're reading that and you're seeing social media as an extension of that, and people are carrying that on, and now people are thugs behind keyboards and all of that. And the thing that people don't understand is sometimes these social media posts that go up and people are making a comment, these are little ass kids. These are little kids. And people who are like in their 50s and 60s are offended by some kid who's like 15 sitting behind a computer, who's probably smart because he's paying attention to social media and he's getting as much information as he can, because there's more access to information now than there used to be. When you have all that going on, when do you start to believe that we're all one? So what I'm trying to do with my community is trying to get you to see that we are all one. And those 7 universal laws, these are natural universal laws that apply to everything, as you will see as I go on with these lessons. We are connected. Everything that you do is based around an energy. You are a form of energy. So when you have negative energy over here and you have positive energy over here, those things clash, but it's not that they can't change. So to go back to what you're saying, because other than that I'll be going into the universal laws when I have shows prepared for that. Just understand, it's not that people don't give a damn, it's not that people don't acknowledge it, People do give a damn. Not everybody, so don't get me wrong. People do acknowledge it. But it's hard to do that when people are being conditioned day to day on nonsense. You have to be able to read between the lines, apply it to yourself as an individual, and use your thought process and the things that you do. Let those contribute to the earth. Let those contribute to the universe. Let those contribute to how your surroundings are going to be. So that when I come around you, or someone else comes around you, or you go around someone else, you have what you need for you to survive, and in hopes that that will help the next person who is connected to you. On to the next one. These sets of comments are proof positive as to what I'm saying. All three of these people do not know each other, but they know me. And so just that episode alone has shown that everybody is on the one. Everyone understands the law of one. We are connected. So I appreciate those comments. Thank you very much. Those will get me to drive and do what I'm doing. You hear me now sounding all cold and everything, where I could and should be laying my butt down because I have to work and do a 12-hour shift. I'm going to press forward because you guys are generating. You guys, your energy is allowing me to go ahead and do this, and putting me in a position where it's kind of mandated that I must do this. I must do this show. Whether it goes somewhere or it doesn't, which used to be an issue for me. Is this going to go somewhere? It's not paying any bills. But doing the show allows me to speak my truth, allows me to hear your truth, allows me to put my finger on the pulse of what's going on in this world. And it's just fun to do. It's just fun to do. So, with that being said, Happy New Year to you. I know it's New Year's Eve, but by the time I talk to you next, it will be a whole new year. And we'll be tackling on Motivation Monday, we'll be tackling the second universal law. With that being said, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for supporting me and appreciating me. I appreciate you. Y'all be good. Later.
In life, you have some people going around and disrespecting the elders. In life, you have some people going around disrespecting other people who step up in their life. All the people in front of you know, say, you're not dead for hunger. Let me see another year right now. Everybody, every man and woman.
I hear you, lad. The big brother's watching.
And you're gonna do it because I said so. I am your father.